Hey, it's James Potenza, that New Home Realtor. We're back at Meridiana and we're doing our series of Highland homes at different stages. I'm going to try and catch as many as we can. There's a lot of stages to building a home, but we're going to go inside this one. This one is the what we call the rough sheetrock stage. So they've got the sheetrock in, they've got it floated, they've got it taped obviously, and they've got the texture in. But I wanted to take you inside just for a quick look and see what it looks like, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Ready to brick, they'll tie the bricks in with these, and they're strategically placed. And they'll just work their way up from the top. This is what's called a brick ledge. Right there, see that's the concrete. That's the brick ledge, and that's a moisture barrier. And then they'll just run the bricks all the way up to the top. So yeah, immediately, they have obviously the sheetrock. They've taped it where the joints are. And then they got the texture. They come in and they spray the texture, and then they'll knock it down. It's actually very good. Whoa. This is a nice living room. I've seen this floor plan finished before. It's gonna be nice. This is all kitchen right here. High ceilings, look at all the lights. Next stage, they're ready to paint, trim, doors, put your island kitchen there, put your cabinets in. There's all your electrical outlets for your kitchen cabinets. That's your hood vent with your electric box for your microwave. Yeah, this is good. But what I would do if I'm building a home is the media room, have them put insulation. Even though it's an interior wall, put insulation. Yeah, something to think about. If you do build a media room, ask them if they could do that. Hey, it's James Potenza, that Houston New Home Realtor. We're back out at Pomona, and today we're going to be looking at this Davenport plan. It's a Highland home. I've already walked through it just a little bit, but we'll definitely go into detail. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here, and I want to make sure that you get the most timely content out there on YouTube. So that was the Highland Davenport plan in Pomona. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I love walking through these model homes. Hey, it's James Potenza, that New Home Realtor. We're back out here at Meridiana, and we're going to be looking at a Highland home, the pre-pour foundation. You can see it right behind me. And I'm glad we caught it like this. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like before they pour the concrete. We're going to be looking at a Highland home. And this is right before they pour the foundation. And one thing I'll notice, or you will notice, is they already have the sidewalks and the driveway, and they pour it all at the same time. And so you're probably asking, why is that good? It ties everything together with one single pour, and it ties it in, and we'll go up there closer. It basically makes it stronger with the slab when they pour it. So there's the complete, what they call makeup. That's all the makeup. It's the forms, or the piers or the forms, whatever we want to call them, but the concrete gets poured all the way inside there with the rebar holding it together. And it kind of gives it a footing, a place to sit. And you'll see a bunch of those. So they'll pour the concrete, that'll sit inside the concrete, and then they'll strap the wood to this. And you'll see these all the way around the house. Here's the rebar, our post-tension cables. they run from one side all the way down to the other end of the slab on the outside. Yeah, there they are. There's the anchors. So once they pour the concrete, they'll pull those through, and then they'll tighten it up, and that'll compress the concrete. Okay, so what we're seeing here, this is all your drain lines for plumbing. There's a drain line right there, and they'll have to cover those up either with plastic or some kind of a mastic sealant. So when they pour the concrete doesn't sit directly on the pipes. I call them standoffs. These little things right here, they elevate the cables above this part right here, above the plastic, but you also want it to be below where the slab's going to be, the top of the slab. So if they're too high, that's bad. If they're too low, that's bad. Who wants to see Highland Homes in Siena? This is the 216 model, and I'll take you on a tour with this, but it's an amazing home. And I have over 100 homes being filmed as they're being built in various stages. We go through the entire home building process. Today we're walking through a Highland home in Meridiana, and this is the very rough framing stage. I walk all of my homes as my clients' homes are being built, just to kind of educate them and also to make sure that their home is being built right. And trust me, Highland always builds a good home. All right, if you've ever tuned into my videos, I always like to start off in the garage. We have shear walls right there. Of course, this is a 3-car tandem garage. What I mean by shear walls is this is oriented strand board, and then they anchor them right there, and then they shoot them in the ground. So this whole wall makes this part of the house extremely rigid. There's another one right there, and another anchor right there. Love that. Looks good. Lots of clips. Love the clips. Down there and up there. Love it. And guess what that wall is? It's another shear wall, and there's a big anchor right there, and then they shoot it into the ground. There's another one. Wow, this is a good one. How many? Let's count how many shear walls that they have in this home. Another one right there with anchors. Super strong. You're gonna love this home. Looking real nice. Let's give you a view right here. Yeah. So, like I said, your home is going to be absolutely gorgeous. I'll send you a whole lot more details, pictures, everything you need, so you can share it with your friends, your family, and everything. So yeah, James Potenza, the Houston New Home Realtor. We walk all of our homes with our clients as they're being built. Here's the front of your Highland home in Siena. This is what's called the rough mechanical, or mechanical rough out. There's your gas line, water heaters. But this is going to be your kitchen. That's going to be your kitchen island right there. It's going to be your kitchen cabinets. And they put those blocks there to hang kitchen cabinets. And there's gas line for the stove. They pressurize it to pressurize the whole gas system. And then they watch that meter to make sure that it doesn't go down, to make sure you don't have a leak. What a way to start off 2024 with doing a Highland home in the framing stage. And I found this one. This is going to be a nice home. It's in the framing stage, almost a sheetrock stage. And what we could do is we could basically see through the walls. And you guys are going to love Highland Homes. So Highland Homes, we're in Meridiana again. One of my favorite places. If you guys don't know what Meridiana is or where it is, look me up and I'll help you out. I'll show you this place. It's amazing. But look at this span right here they have. That beam is massive. And they got hangers on every single joist. But anytime you see one of those in a builder, that's going to be nice. It's like probably 18 inches to 2 feet. And of course, you'll see anytime you have 2 of them, or actually 3, 1, 2, 3, you'll know that there's going to be a major load bearing. We'll follow that. And you're going to have at least 3. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming down to the slab, and then it's strapped. Much I love shear walls, and also the fact that you'll notice that there's OSB all the way around the outside of the house. But they have many shear walls here they're anchored, corner anchors, bolted and sealed, and then they shoot nails into it. And then that's going to go all the way up to the roof line. So this whole wall, even though it has a door, it's still a shear wall. See, we're still in the shear wall. They shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, and an anchor. Love it. Yeah, as you can tell, I get real happy when I walk through a Highland home. They are my favorite builder. They're up there with some of the top of the line builders. And they just, I love how they overbuild, over-engineer their houses. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's your gas line for your oven. But what they'll do is they'll pressurize the entire system with air or nitrogen through there, and then they'll monitor that pressure for weeks at a time. And then if the pressure goes down at any point during that time, they know they got a leak and they got to fix it somewhere in the gas line. Yeah, gas leak would not be good. So they got a nice nail guard here on the other side of that shear wall, and you can tell it still goes all the way up. Super good. And I'll show you, there's by code, it's what's called a nail schedule. Schedule meaning they have to have a nail in every certain amount of distances. And when you get your third-party framing inspection, if they're good, if your inspector's good, he'll check all these to make sure that they're spaced accordingly. Otherwise, that shear wall won't work like it's intended. Yeah, so again, anytime they nail it, it's got to be so many distances, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches apart. Here is your 3-car garage. And again, more shear walls. Even though it's exterior to the garage, it's still interior to the perimeter of the house. That makes sense, right? I hope. Anyway, that's another shear wall. And see, they'll anchor it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And you're going to have another anchor over here. Anchor right there. And it goes up to the roof line. So I don't know how many, let me spin you around. Yeah, so I lost count of the amount of shear walls that this Highland home has inside. But like I said, they're going to buy up all the oriented strand board in town as much as they use in these houses. And that's a good thing. That's one reason I love Highland homes. All right, let me spin you back around. But if you guys watch my other videos, I like to start off in the garage. And for one very good reason is there's so much space here and so many spans without columns. You know, the older homes that made a 3-car garage, they would have a column sitting right there, which would just get in your way. So nowadays, these builders are having these manufactured beams, like we talked about, and they compress them. They're super, super strong. Sometimes they put 2, 3, whatever together, and then they'll be able to make that span without having any columns. And they'll drop all those, and all that is supporting that beam. And it goes right down to the slab. Very neat, very clean. That's your tankless water heater. I think a lot of people are putting tankless in, and I like them that they're in the garage, they're not up in the attic. So that's very, very good. Tankless water heater will sit right there. There's your exhaust. There's your gas line for your water heater. And there's your electrical box. Big nail guard up there, big nail guard there. That's good, very good. So they don't put nails in the electrical or that electrical when they go to hang the sheetrock. Your house ground or earth ground, and you probably wonder why they call it earth ground. Well, that rebar sticks way in the ground to make it a ground, and then they wire it, they clamp it, they use these wires, and it goes right up to the breaker box. And they'll run that wire like to a water line or a gas line. Yeah, so there it goes out there, so it's going out to the gas line, and they'll clamp it off. But you got to have access to where those clamps are. That's why they didn't put a clamp on this side, so it's clamped over there. Pretty smart. Yeah, so this one has an access panel where you can check that clamp. So that's a home maintenance tip for you. Right now, after watching this video, you're going to say, yeah, that's a good builder, and I want James Potenza to help me find a Highland home in the Houston area. So yeah, James Potenza, you're a Houston new home realtor. Look me up and I'll help you out anywhere in Houston, new construction, whether you're relocating or just moving across town. Let me be your guide to the best home builders and neighborhoods. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.